Yeah, we moving different, but we moving strong. XCP, this where we belong. Different rhythm, different sound. We still rise, we still shine now. Step by step we find our way. Love speaks loud even when we don't say. XCP, yeah, we stand as one. Parents, children, we get it done. Safe space, real love, no pretend. Support, hope, we rise again. Early mornings, long nights, I'm tired, but I'm fighting. Doctors talking, people staring, world feel like it's tightening. But I see that spark, yeah, I know who you are. Not broken, just brilliant, yeah, you my shining star. Every meltdown got a message, every silence got a voice. I'm learning how to listen, every step is a choice. They don't see the beauty, they just see what's off. But I see a whole universe, the world brushed off. Different rhythm, different sound. We still rise, we still shine now. Step by step we find our way. Love speaks loud even when we don't say. XCP, yeah, we stand as one. Parents, children, we get it done. Safe space, real love, no pretend. Support, hope, we rise again. I see colors when it's quiet, hear sounds you don't hear. Sometimes I get overwhelmed, wish the word was more clear. I don't mean to shut down, I don't mean to run away. I just need a little space, I'll be back, I'm okay. I'm not less, I'm just me, yeah, I'm moving my own way. Different path, different pace, but I shine every day. When you hold my hand tight and you look in my eyes, you remind me I'm strong, I don't have to disguise. It's a journey, not a race. Love will always lead the way. Through the highs and through the lows, we grow stronger, this we know. XCP, we connected for real. Every struggle, every win we feel. Different rhythm, different sound. We still rise, we still shine now. Step by step we find our way. Love speaks loud even when we don't say. XCP, yeah, we stand as one. Parents, children, we get it done. Safe space, real love, no pretend. Support, hope, family till the end. Autistic children, connecting parents, a safe space. We understand.
Hey everybody, welcome to Realistic Vibes, where the vibe is always positive. How y'all doing on tonight? Get off of mute, Javon. Tonight I have a special guest that I am going to be interviewing. Miss Javon is back in the house once again.
Hello.
I don't have no sound, baby. I don't got no soundboard connected.
Oh, I thought you said I ain't had no say.
Shouts out to you coming in. Make sure you guys hit that like button, share the screen. I know everybody's all over the place and the internet's on fire, but we will still want to get in the schedule, stay on the schedule, and get this content out for the Autism Awareness Month, because Autism Awareness Month is April. But for us parents, it's every day. Okay. Every day, not just a month. So let's get started. Shouts out to Javon is in the house. So if you don't remember, last year, Miss Javon and her ex-husband came on the show, and I interviewed them to talk about their family. That was a really, really good interview for sure. That was one of the highest views too.
Oh,
Yeah. So I was like, ooh, okay, okay. But it was good to hear, both sides, like mom and dad. You know what I mean? So that was awesome interview. So let's introduce you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your family.
okay. My name is Javon. Um, I'm a gamer and a tech head. Uh, and I have three children. Two of my oldest are autistic, and I have a youngest that's in second year in college right now. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. So let's get started with my interrogation. Ready? So, so as you know, both of us have adults now.
Yes.
So I wanted to talk to someone that has, adult, and pick their brain to see how they're dealing with the transition. Because
Mhm.
even with us, any parent, seeing your child grow out of become, from being a kid, teenager, and then to full grown adult is
Yeah.
interesting.
Very.
It's interesting. So I said, okay, who better than to pick Javon's brain? So here is the first question. When did it really hit you that your children were no longer just kids, but stepping into adulthood?
Mm, to me, they still kids. I don't think it ever really
Right.
that that's not really it didn't that has not really hit me because
Mhm.
um I still do everything.
Right, right, right.
So it's not something like my youngest daughter, she's in college. So,
Mhm.
that's a milestone. So yeah, that okay, she's an adult. But my two other children, yes, they are adults, but it doesn't hit me the same as it would a regular child because I still do everything. I still sometimes have to get them up, have to remind them, brush your teeth, do
Mhm.
this. Um, so that really hasn't hit me, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it hasn't
Okay.
hit me. Do I know it? Yes, I know it. I do
You
know.
can see it
Now,
there, but you know.
my daughter, she just turned 25. My son will
Mhm.
be 27 this year. So, yes, I know they are adults. However, the way I handle them
Mhm.
sometimes is not like I would handle a 25 and a 27-year-old adult. So, it's
Mhm.
just not there.
Right, right. Okay. So the title of the show is, going from children to independence. So, what does independence realistically look like for your children? Not by society's definition, but yours. What does it look like?
Well, the ability to socialize, um, like have a regular conversation,
Mm-hmm.
meet friends, uh, very simple level because it's important to be able to talk and socialize with other people. I know some people think adulthood is like, food at your mom's house, your dad's house, getting a job, getting a place. But for me, I would like them to have more friends, be able to socialize, be able to at least go to the movies by yourself. And Raymond did go.
Mm-hmm.
He was at the movies with some of his friends, but just that simple thing to me um, is independence.
Mm-hmm.
I see them like, Mom, I'm going out with my friends. Mom, I met this new friend. Being able to uh, have conversations on the phone with friends.
Okay, okay, I see what you mean.
It's
Yeah,
like some people can't fathom. Well, what you mean they don't have conversations on the phone? Like it's hard for
right.
children with autism to make friends. So
Mm-hmm.
most of the time they're by themselves. Most of the time you throw a party, a lot of people don't come. So that within itself, being able to have just a social life to me is independence for them.
Right, because I think like it's a little bit different. Like when they were in school and you throw out events or whatever, of course the classmates will come and stuff.
Exactly.
So
But when they're
now,
adult,
right, and when they're adults, it's a totally different
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
And we've only um we have a few classmates that we still keep in contact with, but it's not
Hmm.
the same as
Right.
when they were little and you throw a party, everybody want to come, or either you have the party at the school, so everybody's already there. But now
Hmm.
they're grown and you want to do something. Um, it's mostly just family members, our close
Right.
friends.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, yeah, and sometimes family members don't even show up, child.
right,
Okay.
it's just you and them. That's it.
Right, right, right. And then it's like different for me because like your kids have each other, and Mr.
You
Caleb
have
is I guess that one. Yeah, yeah.
right.
So he be in his own world, child, and
Mhm.
um, I try to like get him around, but child, he be like, I be like, Caleb, you want to go? He be like, no,
Raymond is the same way. Like
no.
he don't want to go to movie. Like we go to movies. "Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Right,
He,
right, right.
he has his. They all have their own room, their own setup in their room, their
Hmm.
little refrigerator, all that kind of stuff. So his sanctuary is his room, so he
Hmm.
likes it in there. But every now and then, like he's going to day have, so he enjoys that because there's people there like him,
Hmm.
so he could socialize.
Right, right. Yeah. Okay. So the next question is, what has been the hardest part about transitioning from being their full time protector to preparing them for independence?
Letting them do things without be supervising.
Ooh-wee. I knew you was going to say that. Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Um, because I don't want them to get hurt.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
uh, I had uh, a scare
Hmm.
before. I think Raymond was 16,
Hmm.
and I was home. But he cuts the yard. He cuts my yard. He cuts his grandma's yard. And
Okay.
this was when we were living in Baton Rouge at my other house. And
Hmm.
he was outside cutting the yard, and he come running in the house, and his hand was bleeding. I was
Oh
like, "What
no.
happened? What happened?" And what had happened was he there was grass stuck on the blade of the lawnmower, and he
Oh
lifted up
no.
while the blade was spinning, trying to remove the grass, and almost cut his finger off.
Right.
So we
Oh my.
had to have a hard talk about
Mhm.
how to not do that.
Right.
And it was a good thing it didn't cut it off. It wasn't deep, but I was
Mhm.
scared. So since then, I don't allow him to cut the yard unless somebody's like either his youngest sister or I am here.
Mhm.
But he can do it. He's because he's never done that since then. It's
Okay.
just when it's happened one time before, you just kind of scared.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't let them use the stove. You
Mhm.
use a microwave to cook.
Okay.
So it's just things like that, which I probably know he can do it,
Mhm.
but yeah, I like to have it supervised. So,
Oh,
but
goodness.
he'll tell me like, "I got it, mom, I got it," or like if he's doing something, getting dressed or something in his room, and I'm trying to help, "I got it, mom, I got it." I'm like, "Okay, okay, I'll
Okay.
try to help you."
Right, right, right. So does he like ask to do things that you tend to not let him do? Like does he like constantly ask you to do it? You know what I mean? Like when
No,
can I cut? Okay, okay.
because he knows he can cut the grass.
Mhm.
Um, but he knows, he's doing it while we're around. So it's not like he can't do it at all.
Okay. Okay.
Or there was a time where he likes to walk the dog and he likes to exercise, so he'll walk the dog around the neighborhood, or he'll go for his jog.
Mhm.
But one time he jogged outside of the neighborhood, and I was looking for him, and I was scared. And he didn't have his
Right, right,
phone.
right.
He didn't have his phone on him, so I was
Mhm.
scared. And I'm driving around the neighborhood, and he finally came back. And I'm looking on the ring cameras to figure out like, which direction did he go, like all this. So he
Yeah.
finally came back, and I was like, "Where did you go?" He goes, "Oh, I went for a walk." I said, "Where?" Because I've been driving around the neighborhood looking for you. He went out. So there's like on the main. He went to the main street and was
Oh,
walking
so he went outside
above,
of the parameters.
outside the perimeters, outside our
Yeah,
subdivision. I
yeah,
said, "Don't ever do that again." I said,
yeah. Mhm.
because there are things that happen, and I need to make sure that you're within the perimeter of where I can, if I need to find you, I can find you. I said, what if something
Right.
would have happened to you down there? You don't have your phone, nothing. So me and
Mhm.
him are good at communicating, and he sees that I'm scared, so he won't, so he don't do that again. But
Okay.
if that might be something he want to do because he likes to walk and see different things, but I'm
Mhm.
like, uh no, because if I can't find you, I'm in a panic, because
Mhm.
anything can happen. You see those alerts come across,
Yeah. Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
people that walked out the house, they can't find a relative, like, no. So
Right.
yeah, stay within the subdivision. The subdivision is huge. You could walk all day.
Right, right. So when it comes to safety, so you talked about the son like walking in, so your daughter, when
Hmm.
she goes off to school, what about that part of letting her into the world and not being able to protect her when she goes off when she goes to her college. How do you feel about that?
Oh, you talking about my youngest, Amira?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, I
That's
think
can you hear me?
it's like you frozen.
Oh, hello?
Mhm. I hear you, but it's like you're glitching for some reason.
Oh, okay.
But I
Um,
hear you. I hear you.
okay.
Okay, you good
So,
now. You good.
okay. um, I was scared the first year.
Okay.
Um, because it's college, a lot of things happen on college. Um, and then I think some of that is my projection of what I've been through as a young lady projecting on her, so I don't want certain things to happen.
Hmm.
Uh, but after the first year, the second year has been fine. But I think the second year's been more fine because she's home now.
Okay. Okay.
Um, but even the first year of college, she was there. She was staying in the dorm, but she came home almost every day. Till it got
It,
to a point. Till
that's what she wanted to do to
she
come home.
wanted to do that,
Okay.
which it got to a point I was like, Mira, I thought you wanted to experience college life. But she's
Mhm.
like me. She's not into like all the parties, a lot of different people around her. So she's very I don't want to say isolated, but she
Mhm.
just don't like all that party life and things
Right.
like that. So she's like me. So um she has her little friend group and they're all nerds. So,
Okay. So
you
she
know,
is making friends
she is making friends.
out outside of just the brothers and sisters. So she's making friends outside.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So she does have a friend group and they
Mhm.
go to the movies and just this past couple of weeks, the women's of computer science had an event and she had got a Airbnb by LSU and it was a whole weekend thing. So if y'all don't know, my daughter's going to school for software engineering, so she's into all that stuff. She's in the software side and I'm the hardware side of that.
Okay. Okay. But then
But
y'all hard, yes.
so she's met a couple people with in her degree.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So they have like things in common and
Hmm.
stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah, she puts together study groups and things like that. So
Oh, so she's really active. Okay.
yeah, yeah. She's gotten out of her shell since she's gotten out of high
Right.
school.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so she's really gotten out, and I'm excited about that because she was
Are you,
very.
or do you have some reservations
I
about
do
this?
have reservations, but I
Okay.
am excited because she was an introvert, and if you ever been around a introvert, they're very withdrawn from
Yes.
people.
Yeah.
Um, and there were some things that happened in school where it was like I need her to get out
Right.
of that.
Hmm.
Um, and college kind of got her out of that
Okay.
a
So
little bit.
changing her environment helped her kind of come out of her shell.
Yes, because college is huge, and if you don't open your mouth,
Yeah.
you're not gonna get nothing done. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so
So you said she's not on the campus anymore. She's at home now.
she's at home. So she travels back and forth.
Okay.
Um,
Now, who decided that?
she did.
She
'Cause
did. Okay.
she
Okay.
wanted to stay out on campus or get a uh she wanted to get a apartment or whatever. So we
Hmm.
sat down and talked. We ran the numbers. I said, okay, if you want an apartment, these are the numbers. I
Hmm.
said it'd be beneficial for you to stay home, but if you want to stay, you have to bring your dogs with you, and these are the numbers.
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna tell you no.
Right. Right.
I'm
Right.
gonna just show you what it is, and then you make
Yeah.
the decision. So
Hmm.
you can't
Hmm.
say nobody forced you or whatever. You made this decision. This is your decision on your own. I'm just gonna tell you what to expect, what the numbers look like, what rent, first month's rent, light bill. This is what you have to pay monthly. Are you
Hmm.
good with that?
Hmm.
And she was like, "That's a lot. Never mind."
Hey, welcome to adulthood, baby. Like that. Welcome to
Yeah,
adulthood, baby doll.
I think she made an educated decision.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way. It definitely seems
Yeah.
that way. So, is she excited about going back to school? Like she's still in right now, so they're not out for the summer or anything yet.
Not
She's
yet. She's doing her finals, and I
okay.
think in a couple of weeks they'll be done.
Okay. So, and how is that going? Because I know during finals can be overwhelming, and so how does she handle that pressure well?
She's been good.
Okay.
She's been calling me or my mom, I passed my test. I think I did
Yay.
great. And so yeah,
Mhm.
she's been good. She's been rocking and rolling. So
So you told me that somebody was going to get their license.
she got it.
She got it!
She got it last Friday. Last Friday.
Yay!
So, I didn't know how they did things. Like when I was growing up, I didn't go to driver's ed.
Okay. Okay.
My parents taught me how to drive. Then I went down there to the DMV,
Mm-hmm.
did the test, got my license. So here
Okay.
it's different. So if you go to, well, it's mandatory that you go to driver's ed. You
Mm-hmm.
go to driver's ed. Once you pass driver's ed, they give you this envelope. You can't open it. If you open it, it's that's voided. So, but what I found out what it is the envelope is what their test scores is, and they give it to the DMV, and they don't have to take no test, no driving test, and then they just give them the license. So,
What? Wait a minute. They can't prove that they can back up and park and none of
well,
that.
they do. She was going to that the first driver's ed school in Zachary she went to it, and
Okay.
she didn't get it after that because I felt she wasn't ready because I
Okay.
don't think they took enough time with her. So
Mm-hmm.
this year I said, Mira, go to look into Stop and Go in Baton Rouge. Just take some more driving classes, right? Not the whole class, just a driving part. It's like two
Right.
hours, and I think it's like
Yeah.
$200 every 2 hours or something like that.
Okay.
So she did it like 3 or 4 times. And then the last
Mm-hmm.
time the lady was like, "You want to take your road test?" She said, "I think you're ready." So she took the road test and she passed it.
That's
So now she drove to the mailbox by herself one time. That was it. She ain't but
Wait a
it's
minute. You
doing
said that the mailbox.
look, let me tell you. So we were going to the gym. And I
Okay.
said, drive. So
Oh my goodness.
I feel like she's about to kill me. So I said, "Did you drive like this with the man in the car?" She was like, "No." I said, "I could tell because I don't think he would have passed you if you drove like this." I said, "You're not ready to drive to LSU." I said, "You can drive around Zachary and around Baker, but we're gonna have to work on you driving back and forth to LSU because that's gonna be a challenge." So this summer we're gonna work on her driving back and forth to LSU and parking.
Okay. Okay.
Um, that's yeah, we're gonna work on that because she's gonna have to get on the freeway
Right. I
and
was about to ask about that. Like, because driving in the neighborhood and stuff like that, or like on the regular street, is
yeah.
totally different from the highway.
Girl,
So
I'm
I
so stressed. I was talking to one of my homeboys and he was like, "I think the problem is on the he said, "I think the problem is on the phone." I said, "What you mean?" He said, "You got to let that girl go." I said, "I don't want her to tear up my car. I don't want her to hurt herself or anybody else." He said,
exactly.
"Look, my son done tore up 3 cars." I say, "That's your son and you had to pay for all that." He's like, "Man, just put that girl on your insurance and just let her go out there." I was like, "We're going to get some practice in first."
And what he said is not soothing at all. Or
Nah, he talking about the problem is on the phone. I said, "What you mean?" He said, "It's you. You need to let her go. She gonna tear up some stuff, but you gonna have to let her get out there and learn." I was like,
but accidents can cause death.
exactly.
Okay,
That's
so
my thing. I want my daughter to come back home. You know what I'm
exactly,
saying? And I don't want no her to hurt nobody else. So and LSU, those kids just walk across the street. They don't even look. They just walk.
exactly,
They head
yeah.
be down. They had their headphones on. They just be walking.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
And not to mention getting on the 10, baby.
yes.
That look,
And
yeah.
it's
Oh.
far from Zachary to LSU for a
Exactly,
new
exactly.
driver. So
Now, is she afraid of like going on the bridge and stuff like that?
she hadn't been on a bridge yet.
Oh Lord.
She hadn't been on no bridges. So
Yeah, yeah, we got practice.
yeah, and I bought some cones
Okay.
to help her with parking and backing up out of the parking spot. So
And see, that's why I was kind of like when you say they just go to the driver's ed and then they just do the driver's ed
so
test.
what it is the
And,
driver's ed.
we have to like literally do a driving test
Yeah,
to get. Right,
That
she's
is,
in on it.
it's the same test. It's the same test that they would give you at the DMV. They do it in driver's ed. So the same people that do the test are the same people that do the test at the DMV. So that's why they're like, okay, well, we don't need to test you again because if you passed it already, it's the same people that would do it at the DMV. So she passed it already with them. That, but the thing is, it only take you one time to pass it. So if you do
Right,
good that one time, even if you go to
right,
the DMV, you
right.
do good that one time, they gonna okay, you good.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
it's not like they test you multiple times. All you gotta do is do it good that one time. So Baton Rouge, look out. That's all I get to say.
Let me know when you know when she's on.
Give your daughter some grace and some room on the road.
Because especially like when traffic is heavy, you know how that traffic be, and people be cutting in front of you and doing the most and stuff. And I would think like that would kind of rattle, because sometimes they rattle me, and I'd be like flip out. So just wondering like how she would make adjust to like
We're
those
gonna
sudden
find out.
movements, you know,
We're gonna find out.
girl.
Yeah. My heartbeat, my heartbeat on the floor. Tell you. Shoot, I was stressed out.
Tell the truth. Do you be you have like the passenger side brakes?
No, I don't move. I try to keep
You
a
don't,
very
really?
no, I
Girl.
because I don't want to scare her. So
Okay, okay.
but she know I be because we talk after we get out the car. But while I'm in the
Mhm.
car, I try to keep it, calm. I don't yell. I'm just the same way I'm talking to you, is the same way I talk to her while I'm in the car.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
because my mom was always at a 10 trying to teach me how to. My mom couldn't teach me how to drive. My stepdad had to teach me how to drive a Thunderbird.
Yeah, yeah. My dad had to teach me because my
My
mom was like,
mom was
she be
yelling,
freaked out. Yeah, yeah,
and
exactly.
she made me nervous. So,
Right,
and
right,
then she
right.
told me, she's like, "Well, I could teach Amira." I said, "No, you can't. No, you're not." I said, "You didn't teach us, so no, you're not. You're not. You'll be yelling, and she won't learn. She won't learn nothing."
Right, right.
So,
I remember when I wanted to learn how to drive, and so my mom, and this was my first time behind the wheel or whatever, and
mhm.
then she was like, "Put the car in neutral," and I'm looking at neutral. What's that? And girl, so I couldn't figure out what the neutral was. Girl, she commenced to scream and yell and fuss at me. So I was like, "Nah, I'm good. I don't want to learn how to drive. Yeah, yeah, y'all good."
Yeah.
Yeah, be the
So
death in.
I'd stay calm in the car. I'm calm.
Okay, okay.
But when I see her, either not moving over enough, then I'll
Hmm.
push the steering wheel, or I'll be like, "Mirror, brake, mirror,
Hmm.
put the brake on." But I'm not yelling. So you done ran both of us into a ditch.
So, oh my god. So let's talk about like so during the summertime or on their off time, from college or activities, like do you have them in other activities, or do you just let them, pick and choose if they want to do something? Like, of course, because we're talking about the, being socialized, right? So are there like any programs and things that you put them in when they're on their off time?
So in the past, no, usually they'll go to their dad's in the summertime if he's available to take them. But just recently, they've been going to day half. So I was
Okay.
able to get them into a day half, so they could go every day, but I only have them go Wednesday, Thursdays, and Friday. So they went today. So they leave at 8 o'clock in the morning, and they come back around 1:30, two
So
o'clock.
can you explain what day have is?
So basically, day hab is it's a facility that um has like chil- not children, Lord. See, children, but it has adults like them with
Okay.
special needs, any type of special. It doesn't have to be autism, but it's a
Mhm.
special needs they have. So they're able to do adult things like they be gambling, playing bingo and
Mhm. Okay.
basketball, and
Mhm.
Raymond has went to the elderly home. Like some of them are able to go out. So like Raymond is able to go with certain groups to go with like, and they went to the elderly to
Mhm.
help with the elderly people, play games with them, things like that. They go shopping. Sometimes they have outings, um, things like that. They have a computer room in there, so they're able to socialize and do certain things that they probably would normally do on a daily basis at the day
Okay.
hab.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just to help, people understand, so is this something that you have to apply for? Is this through insurance, or how can a person get
So
child,
basically,
child to get their big adult into something like
so because they were already in the system,
that? Hmm.
um, the Baton Rouge, I forgot what you call it. They reached out to me and they was like, "Well, do you have these type of resources?" And I was like, "I don't know what that is." So
Okay.
they was like, "Okay, come down to the office, bring," and I had to bring all their paperwork from when they were diagnosed when they were children.
Hmm.
Brought all
Hmm.
that. I filled out this stuff just to get them in because it's a waiting list. So
Okay.
I
Okay.
got them in there, and
Hmm.
then after a while, they started sending me letters. People started reaching out and be like, "Hey, we want to set up an appointment. We want to see if you're um, eligible for your kids to do day hab or in home
Okay.
uh, help and things like that."
Hmm.
So when I filled out the paperwork, so they're already because they get Social Security and
Hmm.
they already have like insurance. So
Okay.
the insurance is covering, but it's a state thing.
Hmm.
If
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah. I got you.
So Medicaid or Medicare, whatever that is, I
Hmm.
don't really be knowing, but the whatever the state stuff is. So it's
Hmm.
through the state, and you pick the facility you want them to go to.
Okay. So, because
Yeah,
that's good.
so when a lady came, so my helper is her name is Dominique. She's really good because
Hmm.
I don't like a lot of people in my house.
Okay.
I just don't like a lot of people around me in general.
Right. Me
So
too. Hmm.
yeah, and she understands that.
Okay.
But and she comes and she talks to me and things like that. And she gave I had to fill out. Now it's a lot of paperwork, and I hate
Hmm.
paperwork, but she helped me through it, so I got through it. And she gives you this list of
Hmm.
they have facilities that you can pick. And
Okay.
she recommended this one is called uh, Brightside in
Okay.
Baker. She recommended that one to me because she said that she knows the people, it's really good. And so I went there. Me and the kids went there one day just to check it out, and I
Hmm.
really, really liked it. It's kind of small, but the people are good. And then they come pick Raymond and Nala up in the morning.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
it's very
I stay close enough to where they will come pick them up because I told her I said, "Well, look, if I have to bring them, that's probably not going to happen because of my work
mm-hmm.
schedule. But
Hmm.
if they pick them up, that'd be perfect." So they pick them up and they drop them off. The
Right.
only thing that they don't supply is like I have to make sure that I supply their lunch, which is not a problem. Now, every
Right.
now and then they'll go out to eat, but majority of the time you have to supply their lunch because they don't have stove or anything in there. They have microwave.
Right.
Um,
Okay. So,
so
do you think that I'm quite sure they probably enjoying the outings and stuff like that. So,
Ramus
do you
loves it.
he like it?
Nala,
Okay.
Nala, some Nala likes her space. She don't like to be around a lot of people, and she don't like a lot of noise.
Hmm.
So I let her dictate when she want to go. So if I come and wake her up in the morning and say, "Hey, Nala, let's get ready for day hab," and she'll be like, "Bed, bed," and she'll get back in the bed. I'm like, "Okay, get back in the bed."
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So but Raymond, he going. He be going.
Yeah, he's
So
more outgoing than Nala.
yes.
Okay. 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 So let's talk about a little difficult subject. So we're getting older, and the kids are getting older. So, have you thought about, the next steps? Like, say if something happens to you, like, um, are you preparing for for that? Because I know a lot of parents, especially with us older ones, we're like, okay, I'm going to take care of him for the rest of his life, the rest of my life, and we think we're going to live forever. So I know, like with me, I struggle a lot with that thought in trying to prepare for it.
Hmm.
So how are you dealing with that?
To tell you the truth, the only thing that I've thought about in preparing is making sure this house is paid off,
Mm. Hmm.
so they will always have a place
Okay.
to live. They have each other, um, and I'm pretty confident. Like my youngest is not gonna let nothing happen to her brother and sister. So
Hmm.
Other than that, I haven't prepared. Like
Yeah.
I'm just I don't feel myself
I
going
know, right? You don't
anywhere.
want to. Trust me. Look, I know. Like, I don't want to think about it. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't feel myself going anywhere. But I mean, I
Right.
know that's a thing.
Mhm.
Realistically, it's a thing. But the only, like I said, the only thought in my mind is making sure that this house is paid for and they own it.
Mhm.
So if I do go somewhere, it's okay. They have a house. It don't
Mhm.
matter.
Right.
It's theirs.
Yeah.
So
I worry about the whole you know, like who can I trust to,
right. I mean, I have a lot of family
like
members.
to like, look after, you know what I mean? So like check in on them and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But
Like they do have
shouts
godparents.
out to Mr. Miss She said, thank God for them that came into my life. And I trust them because my dad is older,
That's my boy. Hey, Cajun. Um,
Okay,
that's my
shout out to
boy.
you. Thank you for
Yeah.
subscribing, teacher. So I just I think about that, and and shouts out to them because getting them coming into my life kind of ease that worry a little bit
Mhm.
because I don't have any other brothers and sisters and stuff like that. So do you think about like, okay, who's gonna like be like the overseer of of them if something to happen?
So if something was you talking about if something was to happen to me and their
Mhm.
father,
Mhm.
okay, so
Yeah.
they do have great godparents.
Okay. Okay. That's
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
that been in their life since they were born,
Okay. Okay.
and they they always there. That's
Mhm.
that wouldn't even be a question.
Okay.
If something was to happen to me and their father,
Mhm.
so and then his family is so big, like our kids will never go without.
Right. Right. Right.
His family is huge.
Mhm.
Um, so that yeah.
I think that's like what I'm always talking about. Making sure when I talk to my parents, especially like the single moms and dads, I talk to them and tell them that it's important to have a village.
Mhm.
Because sometimes, like when we're going through this journey, we kind of isolate ourselves sometimes.
Yeah, I
Uh,
isolate a lot.
yeah, yeah, you isolate yourself sometimes because we get in our fifis, you know what I mean? But having a village is very important. Stop being so hard headed, y'all. I'm because I had to do it. A girl, look, I was hard headed, child. I was like, I don't want nobody in my space. I don't want nobody,
Yeah.
well, I have to,
But it's I'm like that in general. Even without
mhm.
kids, I just don't like so many people in my
Right,
space.
right, right, exactly.
I only have a few friends,
Mhm.
you know,
Right, me too.
and
Mhm.
that's just I've always been like that. Not
Yeah.
so many people.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So, so my next question is, where is it? Okay. Do you feel like the system, school programs, society actually prepare autistic children for adulthood, or does it fall short?
it depends on the school.
Okay.
So, and the reason why I say that because when we lived in Texas, right? Texas in Houston, let me be specific, right? When
Okay.
we lived in Houston, Galveston County,
Mm-hmm.
um, the school there, A1, A1. They had washer and dryer, and like there you had the school, and then you had like a whole other facility next to the school, but it was just decked out for autistic children. They had a trampoline inside, washer and dryer, like anything that you want for to teach them on day-to-day life was in that building.
Okay.
They had a sensory room like in Texas because Nyla is considered nonverbal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They were teaching her music therapy and sign language.
Mm.
It wasn't until we moved back to Baton Rouge is when things hit the fan. Baton Rouge has the worst school system I've ever
Really?
encountered.
Hmm.
ever encountered. And a lot of people
Is
don't
that
believe
all
that
around,
because
or is that like you're thinking all
Louisiana,
right?
period.
Yeah, yeah.
You can look it up. They the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to school stuff, and
Right.
definitely bottom on the totem pole when it comes to special needs.
That's what I was about to ask. Like, what you think about
Yeah.
the special needs program?
So I couldn't get. They don't do music therapy here. I could not get her sign
Hmm.
language because she is not deaf.
Okay.
She had to be deaf in order for her to learn sign language
Hmm.
at school.
Hmm.
Um, they don't really pay attention to them like they should. Nala got left on a bus at a transfer station
Oh my
one
God.
time. Like the school district in Baton Rouge probably know me because I was like, I
You
was
was on
there
them.
for days. Yeah, they were like, "Oh, Miss Thompson coming." Even for Mirado at her school, they were like, "Oh, Miss
Hmm.
Thompson here," because
Hello.
you know,
Exactly.
I'm not
Hmm.
like other parents. I'm very
Right.
involved in
Exactly.
what my kids got going on. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna be there. And I could tell you especially for Nala,
Hmm.
her growth reverted when we moved here. She got more quieter when we moved
Okay.
here.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. So it was so like I said, it depends on the school and where it's at. Some
Okay.
schools are really good. They have a really good system, really good
Right.
program.
Right. Right.
But some just don't. They throw them in a classroom and
Hmm.
just let them run wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think, well, when Mr. Caleb was in school in New Orleans, like he went to the school that he was at, it was very good. And I think because I was hands on, I ain't play with. You know, I didn't just, let him go to school and and be done with it. A lot of parents don't show up, they don't advocate for their kids and stuff. So I was fortunate for them to, and all of his teachers and paraprofessionals, for some reason, they just fall in love with him, and
Mhm.
so they were very protective of him, and and whatever, anything that came up, they was like, you want to put Caleb with this and that and that and that. So I was grateful for that when he was in school in New Orleans. So
Right.
um, when you think about, well, because they're older, and when it comes to the youngest, do you think about her dating?
She's dated. She had a
Oh,
little boyfriend.
oh Lord, wait a minute. You ain't tell me that, Javon. Lord, I wasn't ready for
That's
that.
that's already been a thing.
Wait a minute, you didn't
Yeah,
give me.
she had a little boyfriend. He's a gentleman too. Um,
Oh, clutching
so
it.
he's a year under her. So they
Okay.
met in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she graduated, he was still in high school. It kind of went south when she got in college because he didn't understand the load she had,
Okay.
right? So yeah, it got kind of weird. So uh one day Mira came to me. She was like, "Ma, I don't want to date Robert anymore." I was like, "Why not?" Because I'm one of the people like he
Right, right.
he he a, he a good man, Savannah. I'm like, "What's wrong with him?"
A good man go, girl. What you
So
doing?
so I'm like, "What's going on with him?" Right?
Right,
And
right,
she
right.
was like, "It's just a lot, and
Mhm.
I ain't gonna go into details or whatever,
Right. Yeah, of
but
course. Right.
I was like, "You want me to talk to him?" She's like, "Yes."
Mm-hmm.
And so I got on my phone and we had a conversation. And basically what I told him, I said, "Look, I said, y'all young. I said, you don't have to take things so serious. Um, I said, but I want you to understand that it's not that she is not communicating with you. There are times where she can't because she's studying. Like college is a big
Mm-hmm.
thing. So if she like you're used to her always being available because y'all went to high school together.
Right,
But
right.
now she's in
It's
college, so that's another level to that. She can't always be on the phone all night.
right.
She can't always go out. I said when you get because he got a full ride to Tennessee to
Okay.
study AI. So they both was intelligent,
Right,
you
right,
know.
right. Yeah.
And I said when you get in college, you're gonna understand.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna understand. And sure enough, He did, but he called me Mama Giovanni. He still talked to me and messages me, and they just now started back communicating as friends. Um, but he he said thank you, Mama Giovanni. He said you explain things much better than my parents.
Oh God.
Because some parents is like, no, don't do. They don't really
Right,
talk.
right,
It's just like
hmm
it's just like they giving an order, which
right, right,
that's
right.
cool too. But in giving an order or a demand, you might want to explain why it's the way it is, right?
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
Um. So, but yeah, that went down, and it was kind of difficult for both of them. But yeah, that was her first boyfriend. That was his first girlfriend.
hmm
You
Now,
know,
if now has she been interested in others? After they,
she is.
Lord have mercy. I
So
can't take this right now.
it's funny to me. I'm just enjoying the ride. Um, so
Jeez.
so she put together a study group, but only one
Okay.
person joined. Some little boy joined,
Mm-hmm.
and she liked him. She said he cute or whatever. So
Ooh.
she said, "Mom, I got his number." I said, "Okay, cool." I ain't thinking nothing of it. And the next thing she posted on her Instagram, "I finally did it." I was like, "Oh, she wanted that number."
Oh, wait a minute.
Because I always because I told her like she was liking some boy
Mm-hmm.
in elementary school or something, middle school. I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
But I told her, I said, "Mary, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm just like, if you're going to approach him,
Mm-hmm.
are you ready for rejection?" I said, because if he don't like you and he tell you that, then you got to be willing to accept that, right?
Right. Yeah.
So are you ready to handle that? Like this
Mhm.
is middle school now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she said no, so she never asked him. So now I think she's able to, because she asked somebody about something. Oh,
Mm.
she was asking somebody in her one of her classes, and she was asking them something, and I guess he rejected her, and she was like, she messaged me. She's like, his loss.
Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it, baby girl. Yes, I like it. I
So
like.
it is funny because I want her to be a little more confident in
Mm-hmm.
dating than I am.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
know, so yeah, she's okay. She's all right.
So, Adam Hen says, "I got the shotgun."
Ah, that's my boy.
He ready.
He ready.
Oh my god. Okay. Look, I got a pair of Timberlands. So what about your son? Has he had any interest or?
He had an interest
Mhm.
when he was in high school,
Okay. Okay.
and her name was Precious, and I met her. It was that whole thing was funny
Uh
because that was his girlfriend, but
oh.
everybody else girlfriend too. Everybody wanted to hold hands with Precious. So we went. So they had a prom,
Oh my
and
god.
I have to show you some pictures. But
Okay.
of course the parents are at the prom, so we all dressed up or whatever. But
Yeah.
Precious is his girl.
Okay.
That's his girl.
Okay. Okay.
But the other guys, that's their woman too. So they all holding hands in a circle, dancing.
I cannot.
So, but it's funny because
Oh, Jesus.
after they graduated, after they graduated,
They was on a prayer circle for Precious. What
girl,
they-
after they graduated, so Raymond
Mhm.
is very frugal with his. Remember I told you how he liked to save his
Yeah.
money, right?
Yeah. He saved his money. Hmm.
He ain't want to buy his stuff that be breaking or whatever. He told me, he was like,
Yeah.
"Well, I gotta save money for Precious to buy her a house." I
Hey.
said, now, mind you, he ain't seen Precious in about a year, heard or nothing from him after we left
No.
high school. So I said, Raymond, I said, I understand that, but you need to save money for yourself. Worry about yourself first before you worry about somebody else.
Oh.
I need to save money Precious buy her a house. And then when we
So
went
he
to,
hasn't been talking to her when he said that?
mm-mm, he just had her in her mind in his mind, I guess, or something. So then, like a few years back, we had went to uh, a fish convention, a saltwater convention. So I do saltwater tanks sometimes.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
went there, me and my mom and the kids.
Hmm.
And my mom likes watching HGTV. Now, mind you, and this is why I say this, and this is the problem why I say some men are just born men, right?
Hmm.
I think for me, I feel like sometimes it's
It's in
not
them, yeah.
something that you have to teach. It's already in them.
Hmm.
Now, my son, he watching HGTV, and my mom said, "Raymond, you like watching HGTV?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm learning
Hmm.
how to build a house for Precious."
Oh, that's so cute. That is
Now, I ain't never told my son he need to do anything for no woman,
right, right.
but
But
he
he knows
already
he
got
can
it in
build
his
a house.
mind
Okay.
that he need to work and to save money for a family, and he need to build a
You
house.
build a house. Look at that.
And now this is from an autistic young man. Now he ain't
Right.
been taught nothing about no girls, no working to support no woman, no nothing. This is why I say sometimes it's just in them.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh my
But
God.
God made them that way
Yeah.
anyway, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Exactly. Oh my goodness. You surprised me today. What she got two boys. Lord have mercy. Now, now what about your youngest daughter? What do you think she will be in the future? Like if you had a magic wand, what would you prefer for her?
my youngest, the one that's in college.
No, 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 not the one in college. The
Oh,
the
Nyla.
other,
She's the
not,
she's
yeah,
the middle child.
the middle. Okay.
For her, because I really don't know what she likes. I know
Okay.
she likes to color.
Hmm.
Um, at one point, I was trying to put her in modeling.
Okay.
When she was smaller, we was walking through the mall somewhere, and a lady, you know how they have those modeling things for children that do
Yeah.
like the magazines and stuff like that.
Hmm.
The
Hmm.
lady pulled us aside. She was like, "I really love your daughter's bone structure. I think she
Hmm.
would be a good model for like JC Penney's and things like that." So we I went into that mode looking into that,
Hmm.
but the camp that she would have to go to by herself.
Okay. Okay.
So that
Okay.
I was an automatic no.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I think because she likes to look pretty, when I do
Hmm.
her hair, she be all in the mirror. So I think if she was to able to, I think she might have I think she might have liked that
Hmm.
modeling, so that probably would have been a thing for me. And it's crazy because I'm not a girly girl at
Right.
all.
Right. You tell me that all the time.
Yeah, like I'm not a girl. Like it's crazy because she girly, my
Hmm.
daughter is girly.
Hmm.
The only person I could be rough and rowdy with is my son. So
So, where do you think they get the girliness from? If you're not, you think they got it from your mom or something like that, or just out in society what they see around.
I mean, everybody got their personality, right? Because my
Yeah.
mom, my mom is a girly girl. She like
Hmm.
to shop, all that stuff. However, me, her and my sister, two peas in the pot. They right now talking about the new movie Devil Wear Prada 2 come. I'm like, I don't care about that.
Oh, honey, I cannot wait. You okay?
Look, see, I done went to see. You know what I went to saw? Mario and bought me a Yoshi. That's what I went to see. Me and my kid, I had a ball
Mm.
watching Mario. I don't care about no
Let
Devil
me
Wear
drop
Prada.
you down real quick like this.
Shoot, I'm not into like fashion and stuff like that.
Right, 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 right.
But for whatever reason, my daughters
Hmm.
are, and I cultivate that. I don't tell them no different. Like if you want to have ruffles or whatever,
Right, right.
hey, go get it.
So
So
now, do you think you're going to later on maybe introduce that to her again, and if you find some other way where she can go to the camp with a supervisor or something like that, or someone with her, or another avenue for her to do it, would you introduce that to her again?
if it was to where I can go, or
Okay,
her father could go, or my mom.
okay,
It
Okay.
had to be someone that I know that I trust
Mm-hmm.
wholeheartedly, like when I'm not there.
I got you. Got you.
And I don't think there's a thing like that, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay. I have two more questions, I think. Let me see. Did we answer this one?
as a mother, how did you have to change not just them,
Not
but
that,
you?
but yeah. Yeah.
As a mother, how did you have to change? To tell you, the only thing I changed when I became a mother is drinking. Now I still drink. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, okay.
When I was in the military, I drank a lot. You know, 'cause
Oh.
I was a sailor, so so once I got married and had kids, a lot of that kind of,
Mm-hmm.
cuz you on a different path now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Exactly. Yeah.
um that that was that was what changed. Everything else stayed the same.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always dedicated um to my family, so that's never been an issue. Dedication, that's never been an issue. So
So, did you have to? Because I know a lot of when I talk to a lot of the parents, they struggle with patience.
I learned patience by being married.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, have mercy!
I learned a lot about myself and patience by being
Woo-wee.
married.
Okay.
Um, did my children teach me some patience? Yes,
Right.
but majority of that came from being married. Um, and then that just rolled off to the children because I've been watching kids pretty much all my life. Like I was the oldest growing
Right.
up,
Right. Yeah.
so that was
Yeah.
already there.
Hmm.
Watching children is not a thing. Like
Hmm.
patience with kids, I always had patience. Patience with grown people, very thin
That's
because you're grown,
another right.
right?
Exactly.
So I had to learn patience from dealing with another grown person, not
Hmm.
for children. I
Right.
always have a lot of room for um, kids.
Hmm.
Um, Adults, not so much because
Right.
you should know better by now.
Right.
Yeah. So
So,
my
with
patience came
that
from that.
sentiment, when you say when they're adults, you should know better by now. Now that the kids are adults, do you hold that same sentiment, or is there some grace?
There's grace because even though they're when I say grown, I mean mentally, not by number.
Hmm.
And Mia will talk about that because he'll say, well, they're grown by number.
Right.
Because if they
Right.
were grown, you can call them yourself and be like, get your stuff together, daddy coming down. But you
Right.
can't do that. So obviously, they're not grown in a mental state of mind.
Hmm.
Sometimes that mental state comes to that level, like especially with Raymond, sometimes I can see that. Like he'll do something and I can see, okay, that's the grown man talking.
Hmm.
So now I need to step up to that level and talk to him on that level, right?
Right.
But
Right.
that's not a level that's always there constant. So
Okay.
there is a lot of grace because they don't s- they don't live in that zone 24/7. Like we live in our zone 24/7. They
Correct.
don't
Right.
live there 24/7. So yeah, there's a lot of grace there. There's a lot of repeating, patience,
Hmm.
um a lot more love, like it's a lot. It's a lot more
Yeah.
that I give to them that I would give to a grown woman or a grown man. And
Right.
maybe that sounds crazy to some people, but
Hmm.
if I'm doing something that's dumb and I have the mental capacity to understand that it's stupid,
Hmm.
come on now.
Right. I get you. I get you. I get you. Trust me. So, now that they're transitioning from being kids, and so like people in society, kind of look at our kids a little bit different, but even more so when they're adults. because of their croakiness, their shyness, their, the things that they do, or because some of our kids may still stem, have difficulty, communicating and things like that. How do you feel about the, I don't want to say backlash, but people being stupid, basically, when it comes to them as an adult, and how you handle, people just saying stupid things, treating them, with
Well,
ignorance. You know what I mean? How do you handle that? Like, especially when, if you're out in public or something like that. Is your approach
so
different because they're grown?
I haven't really had a bad experience with that. Like,
Okay.
so and Nala does this quite often. Like if she's getting very anxious and we're out in public, um, she'll just run up and hug anybody.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord have mercy.
She'll run up and hug anybody, or she'll take her hands and rub down their hair like this. So um how I handle that is like, because sometimes it'll be somebody she actually knows, like a
Okay.
teacher
Okay.
that's out and about. So I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, do you know my daughter? That's like, no. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then and mostly it's women. It's never men. It's women that she'll do it
Mhm.
to. And then the ladies, they'll turn around like, it's okay, yeah. And they'll call and they'll give her a hug. So I haven't had any bad experience where
Okay.
a person is just like, oh, get her away from me. Why is she touching me? Like I haven't had any of that to where I have to pop off on somebody in public. So I'm gracious that hasn't occurred to where I have to go to that route.
Mhm.
The only thing, and I would not say somebody's acting stupid, they just don't know. Like
Right.
when I used to work at Best Buy and my kids came up there with me one time on off work, they was like talking to I think Raymond at one point, and Raymond, he really didn't respond. He was just
Mhm.
listening, and then I had to tell the person. I was like, it's okay. I said he's not ignoring you. He didn't really understand what you're saying. He's autistic, and they was
Mhm.
like, oh, I didn't know because they thought you can see it
Right. Yeah. A
like
lot of people.
somebody with Down syndrome, right? And I'm like,
Mhm.
no,
Mhm.
you can't all the time tell that
Exactly.
somebody's autistic because there's levels to it. So you might have
Exactly.
someone that's high functioning that look
Mhm.
normal like me, but they have a little bit of autism, right? So
Exactly. Yeah.
my children are kind of like that, like you can't really tell unless you really come up and start trying to have
Yeah.
a conversation with them. Then you be like, okay, something is not right here, right?
Right. Right.
But if you just see them walking around or outside playing, you be like, "Oh, that's
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can't tell." So I just had sometimes I have to explain that, but
Mhm.
that's about it.
Yeah. So, since we're talking about, let's talk about, do you think society underestimates autistic adults, or in some cases expects too much without enough support?
Uh, I think both.
Okay.
So when Raymond was going to McKinley Mill Magnet, yes, he was in a
Mhm.
magnet school for art because he's
Okay.
very good in it.
Okay.
They tried to not send home paperwork for the dances, right? I guess
Hmm.
they didn't want them there.
Okay.
So I told the lady, I said, "Hey, I said, if my son is going to this school, I need to get every single letter that you send to other adults sent to me.
Exactly.
And then
Right.
I will make the decision if I want him to come to this dance or not. Not
Hmm.
you." I said,
Yeah.
he's very capable of coming to a dance. He's
Mhm.
okay. And she was like, oh, I apologize. I didn't think that he may be
Discrimination
that.
going on
Like,
here.
how you
Right.
like, you don't make the choice for him.
Right. Yeah.
You don't know what he's into. Just send out the paperwork and let us deal with that. You don't
Right.
make the choice for me. you
Right.
know so they do underestimate, and then they don't give enough support. So for one, you underestimate because you
Hmm.
don't give the support. That's what it
Hmm.
is. They don't support, so of course you're going to underestimate because you don't know what they can and cannot do because you don't even get the support to figure it to
Yeah.
find out what they
Right.
can and cannot do. So
Hmm.
that's a double-edged sword right there. Like, it's both they don't do. at all. And especially Louisiana, they barely give support for the regular kids. So I mean, telling you, telling you, boy.
Shouts out to the boot.
And it's funny, right? Because people always praise, praise the red states. Well, this red state is failing in education,
Failing very, very much
failing
so.
in
Indeed,
education. So
indeed, indeed.
it's
Yep,
been
for real.
failing for a while because I went to high school here.
Oh, you did.
Yes,
So how was that? Was it the same? Would you say it's the same or is it worse now?
it's got worse.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got worse.
What
So,
would you say to be the problem? Is it the curriculum or is it teachers or is it,
um,
everything?
I would say it's the curriculum, teachers, and parents.
Oh, talk a little bit about the parents. What you think that the problem is with the parents?
No discipline, no
Mm,
discipline, and no willingness to sit down and teach your kids.
yeah.
Because the school, they only go to school for so long, throughout the
Hmm.
day, and when they come home, you need to be asking them questions, looking at they book sacks, what homework you got, what you need help with. Like these are questions. Like my daughter in college, I still ask her those questions. Still,
Okay.
she in
Exactly.
college, I'm like, let me see your report card at college. She'll tell you.
Hmm.
Like, let me see what
Hmm.
grade you got.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you don't ask those questions, and then you wonder why at the end of the school year your child done failed, and now you mad at the teacher.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I think like we talked about that. I think it's on Sunday and Monday.
yeah, the
When I had
school
the
system
show.
is flawed,
Yeah. Hmm.
but the school system can only do so much. But I think a lot of that, like I said, is a parent thing. Because like when Amira was in, she went to, I forgot that school she went to that was in Baton Rouge by my house. It was a combined middle and elementary school.
Okay.
Now, I had never went to a school where they didn't give you books.
Hmm.
Even when I went to Capital, I had books. My mama made sure I had books. I don't know about everybody else, but I had books coming home from school.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so she didn't have no books coming home. So
Okay.
I was like, why y'all not giving them the books? They was like, because the kids won't return the books.
Oh, so they
So,
keep the books in
so they keep the
school.
books in school. But I'm like,
Oh,
well, how are they supposed to study? So I went and I bought every book for her class. I
that's
bought
great.
the books. So if the school doesn't give you the support that you want, then you gonna have to step up your game and support your child.
Exactly. Yep.
So did I want to spend all that money on them books? No, because you get it from school. But
Right,
I
right, right.
feel like how you gonna study effectively if you don't have the book? So
So
I bought the
basically,
book.
the kids were coming home and not doing, not looking at what they learned that day.
So they give
So
them like
is
handouts, but
okay, I was about to ask, like, okay, handouts and stuff.
they'll give them handouts, but we know how that goes.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So some teachers would allow Mira to take the books because they knew me. So,
Mm-hmm.
but most of the classes I had to buy the books. So I would buy the books, and
Mm-hmm.
she got some of the books right now, still sitting there on the
Yeah.
bookshelf.
Caleb still have his books too. Caleb still
So
got.
even though I wasn't capable of homeschooling them, but I
Mm-hmm.
pretty much did a lot of the schooling on my when I was not at work. So when I was
Right.
not at work,
Right.
we were
Right.
studying. Like Mira
Right.
is very educated in science and
Mm-hmm.
math. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why
Yeah.
she in software engineering now, she's really good in that. And that's
Mm-hmm.
because during the summertime, she was doing that. Like if you
Right.
want to go out and play, then okay, let's do this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that way when she went back to school, some of that stuff was retained in her
Mm-hmm.
brain. So when she went back to school, she didn't have to start all over from A and try to
Correct.
catch up. It was already retained there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's a parent thing for the most part.
Yeah, and I think a lot of parents don't understand that the parents are the kids' first teacher.
Yeah. So
We are the tutors. You know what I mean? And I always tell them, you have to reinforce everything that's being taught at the school at home. And
exactly.
kind of figure out like if they're struggling with something, you can figure out new creative ways to get them to understand it and or
Right.
complete the assignment. But I agree with you. A lot of these parents I think a lot of them send their kids, not just special needs kids, but just kids in general, to school to be babysat.
Yeah, they don't want to be bothered with them. But that's the child you raised. How you don't want to be bothered with the gremlin you raised? You
Exactly.
raised that child.
And then they get mad, when the child is failing, and then at the end of the school year, like, oh yeah, well, they can't graduate. And be mad, like, I'm suing the school. No, no, no. And
Right? Like
what do you mean you gonna sue the school? You didn't check his report cards every quarter. You
exactly.
didn't know he had F's all the way down every quarter. Like,
Yep.
child.
At some point, you have to be like, okay, I dropped the ball on my own child.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Adam Hinn said the issue started at home. The lack of funding and financial support from the state and individual parishes failed the school system on an infrastructure level. At this point, it might be irreversible.
right,
Mm,
especially in Louisiana. He from
yeah.
Louisiana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
So, what would you think that homeschooling would be the best then?
if the parent is educated enough, yes. If the parent's not educated to homeschool, then no. Because like I said, you just can't say, okay, I'm gonna homeschool my child, and you can't even read.
That's true.
It
That's
you got to know what you're doing to teach someone. So if you are lacking in the ability to read, to
yeah.
write, to understand basic math, how can you sit down and teach your own kids? So you're going to have to find another facility that that can
With
teach them because you
yeah.
can't. So while homeschooling is great, if
Hmm.
somebody if like I would take that over public school. But
Hmm.
if you can't do it, then no, it's not great.
Yeah.
It's not.
Okay.
Like why would like that's a blind leading the blind.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's true.
You know?
I don't understand.
I can't read Mother Goose. So why I'm gonna teach
Yeah,
you how to
right,
read Mother
right,
Goose?
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, both of y'all getting frustrated
We
at the
both we both sit up there stupid.
That is so true.
Like that's crazy. Like nah, nah. If you can't
Yeah, most
if
definitely.
and we have a lot of uneducated parents. So if you can't
Yeah.
do it, find some place where they can do it for you.
Mm.
You
So
know.
basically, it could be a generational thing.
Oh, definitely.
Hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Ooh-wee. This is good. That's giving me another idea. But anyway, let's go. Next question. If you could go back to when your children were younger, what would you do differently to better prepare for this stage?
Younger or before I had them?
Oh my God. When they were younger, we not going before the.
Just ask and make yourself clear.
You are so crazy, girl.
Um, because that's some stuff I would have done differently for sure.
Yes.
Um, so while they was younger, I don't think I would have done anything differently.
Okay.
Um, I like so I ran a child care when
Okay.
Raymond was born, right?
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
I picked up that something was going on with him before the doctor did.
mm-hmm.
And then from there, it was just boom, boom,
Right.
boom. I was just going, going, going. So it was
Right.
nothing that I would do differently for them.
Mm-hmm.
Because as soon as I figured out something was not right, I was on it. I didn't
Okay.
let go. Like
Right.
I was
Yeah.
on it. Brought him to every doctor. We even went to Galveston. They did all type of checkups.
Mhm.
Like people was coming to the house. I even had to tell a doctor he was wrong. Like
Oh
because
yeah, I've done that several times. Yep.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I brought the doctor. I brought my son to the doctor, and this was in California. We were living in California at the time, and I
Mm-hmm.
said, I don't. Something is not right. I was like, he's not picking up like regular children. Like I have other children his age, and they're singing songs.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Mm-hmm.
picking up ABCs, same age, you
Right.
know. And the doctor looked me in my face and said, "Well, is she a female or a male?" I said, "She's a female." And then he Went to say, well, females mature faster than boys. That ain't got nothing to do with education,
Lord have mercy.
okay? And then he proceeded to look at my son's knock knees and said that he might need braces on his knees. I said, you know what? You wrong, and we ain't never went back to him. And my son ain't never had braces on his knees, and he walked just fine.
So he basically just
He
brushed
was
the
he
concerns
brushed it
off.
aside. He was more concerned about his physical appearance, about how he walked, and about how he ran.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, that is not what I brought my son here for. He is fine. He will grow out of that, which he did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm worried about his mental state, like what's going
Right.
on upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So he proceeded to tell me that. I told Will, I said, we ain't coming back to him. We getting a
Yeah.
new provider.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the time when that happened, we ended up leaving California and going to Texas. And that's when we went to Texas, that's when the real ball started going. Because he was in childcare and a lady came that was with the state that came in there and she was seeing some other children that were autistic and she saw my son. And
Mm-hmm.
she got in touch with the daycare lady. She's like, can I have his parents' number? And she's like, sure. She called me. She says, I was wondering if I could come speak to you. I work with the state and we do things with special needs children. And I said, yes, come to the
Mm-hmm.
house. And she came.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Ramus was 3 at the time and Nala was 2, something
Okay.
like that. She came to the house and she was like, I see some signs in your son while he was at the child care that he might be autistic. And I was like, well, what are the signs? And the signs like he loved Legos, but he would
Mm-hmm.
line up the Legos,
Mm-hmm.
and then he
Mm-hmm.
would do a thing called flapping and spin around in a circle, which
Yeah.
I didn't think none of it because at that time I didn't know what the signs were.
Right.
And
Right.
then she saw my daughter,
Mm-hmm.
Nala was doing something. And that's how she got on at the same time. Like just that lady coming to the house
Right.
put that ball in motion.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was called early childhood development, something like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah.
And that's what started that.
Okay.
Yep. And we've been getting help for that ever since then.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So you ready for the last question?
Mhm.
Okay. What would you say to a parent right now who is scared of their autistic child growing up?
In my mind, like okay, if it was a friend, you
Oh
know,
Lord. Okay, go ahead.
because I talk to my friends, I would
Okay,
talk to my friend
talk to
different.
friends and then talk to the other people. Okay, go
So
ahead.
if it was my friend, because we know each other and they know how I talk, I'd be like, girl, you got to get over that, you
Okay,
know,
okay, okay.
because you can't stop that growth. It's gonna happen whether you want to or not, you
Correct.
know. But if I was talking to a person I didn't know, I have to be a little more gentle. Fluffy is the word I like to say. A
Yeah, you
little
have
more
to be really
fluffy.
happy. Okay.
Yeah, so I would let them know that growing up is a part of life. It's something that you can't stop. I said just like when you were growing up, I'm pretty sure your parents want to stop you from
Mm-hmm.
growing up, stop you from having your period, stop you from dating, all this other kind of stuff because it's stressful for a parent to see that okay, eventually my child is not going to be my child.
Right. Yeah.
It's going to be a different level to that. And I said if I was them, I would just be prepared, just learn all you can learn and just grow with them.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't sit back and be stressed out and scared. Just grow with them. If it's something they want to do, take them and do it with them.
Mm-hmm.
Learn what they want to learn. You
Right.
know, put yourself in that pocket with them. Just don't be standoffish and you seeing them grow and you having a panic attack. You don't know what to do. You
Mm-hmm.
know, um, and that's basically what I would say because I'm in the pocket every day with them. Been in the pocket. I ain't never sat back. Just say never sat back. It's just I was always there. So it wasn't like when the dating happened and when the period happened, I was like, okay, let's go. Let's roll with it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't anything that I was scared of because I had already mentally prepared myself,
Mm-hmm.
that this is the next step. So let's go. What do you want to do?
Right. Right.
You
Right.
know, you gotta mentally prepare yourself and
Mm-hmm.
don't be stuck. thinking like, "Oh my God, what's going to happen? Am I going to be able to do this?" Um, just you just can't be in that mindset. So
So how would you suggest that they, because some people need a little bit guidance on how, like, to get out of that mindset. Like,
mhm.
what would you suggest them, like, to do to kind of bring them a little bit of clarity if they can't, like, just shake themselves and get it together. Like, some people just need a lot of hand holding sometimes.
Yeah, I would say join. Find some friends
Hmm.
or a group with kids like yours.
Right, right.
And I want to be very specific when I say that, right?
Mhm.
Because I would never, and it's gonna sound mean, but I would never partner up with uh, another father or another mother whose child is spoiled.
Yes, thank you. Yes, exactly.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, so
Hmm.
you have some parents who have autistic children or any type of special needs children, and they give that child everything.
Right. No discipline, no
No
structure.
discipline, no nothing. So I
Mhm.
would tell them to, like, if you're gonna find someone who's very structured, has boundaries, and
Mhm.
their child also is very structured and have boundaries. Because if you get what one, you partner up with one that doesn't have that, you're gonna be confused. Your
Mhm.
child might pick up some of those behaviors, and then now you got to go home and deal with your child punching holes in the wall,
Right, exactly.
beating
Yep.
on you because they didn't seen the other autistic child beating on their
Yeah.
parents. And I'd be damn, I love my kids, but I would hit you back.
Okay.
I look,
That's a fact.
you
Okay.
ball up your hand and punch me, we going blow for blow. So I don't care. I love you. I love you. I love you.
You about to get
Uh,
these hands in love.
get these hands. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah, if you're gonna be in a group with someone or partner up with someone, make sure that they
Yeah.
like watch how they handle their kids.
Mhm.
It's just
Mhm.
like if you had a normal child, you would
Mhm.
watch how they parents handle their normal child. You just gonna let your kid just go to the movies with anybody and they child
Exactly.
cussing
Yeah.
up a store and all that kind of stuff. Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm. Being like,
So
ooh.
yeah, if you
Yeah.
trying to partner with someone, you want to partner with someone that you can learn something from.
Yes, very much
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
So
So, because then you can feed off of each other,
right.
bounce ideas and things of that nature. So I agree with you. They should definitely be with people that have like minds when it comes to child rearing, whether it's
Hmm.
special needs or not.
Yeah.
Because, you don't want to be confusing, and the kids don't want to be confusing either. Just like you say, they come home and be doing something different. Be like, where'd you get
Right.
that from?
Because I've watched a lot of these videos of children who are violent, and I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
Nala definitely could have been one of them.
Okay.
Definitely. She was
Hmm.
very strong.
Hmm.
I remember one time she was little and she had a temper tantrum or something. Something was going on. And she couldn't tell me because she's pretty much nonverbal.
Right.
And my mom was like, "I got her, Giovanna. I got her." And she trying to hold her and she's kicking. Nala scratched the mess out. I said, "I told you. Put her in the room and close the door. She'll be all right."
Mhm.
Ever since then, they ain't never have it again.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, cause Nala know, hey, what did I say?
Right. Right.
Hey, I mean, she's older now, but when they were little, oh, they got their bus whooped too.
Oh yeah.
They
Oh yeah.
surely did.
Mhm.
A few times, Raymond's teacher be like, "Well, I'm gonna call your mom." He like, "No, please don't call mom." They
No, no,
understand
no,
very
no.
well. They
Yeah.
understand very well what's going
Mhm.
on. You might have to
Yeah,
repeat
I tell
yourself
friends this
6
all the time,
million
but like,
times.
don't think they don't understand, baby.
Oh,
They
they understand.
understand very well. Yeah.
Like like Nala is mischievous, so she
Mhm.
like to get on Raymond's nerves. Now this is when she was I don't know if she don't do it too much now, but when they were little, she used to do it a lot. And
Mhm.
so Raymond liked to have his door closed, and so she
Mhm.
would go in there, open the door, and sit there and laugh, and then she'd go, and he was getting irritated, and she kept doing it because he
Mhm.
was getting mad. It was
Yeah.
funny to her that he was visibly upset. That was
Right,
funny
right,
to
right.
her.
Yeah.
I said, Nala, if you don't go in that room and sit down, next time you open that door, it's gonna be me and you. And she looked at me, smiled, did like this, and then walked in the room, closed the door.
Okay.
She's like, I don't want me and mommy to go. I'm like,
Right,
well,
right, right.
me and you
Let
gonna
me
go.
leave Let me leave him alone. Oh my goodness.
So,
Oh my goodness. Well, that was all the questions I had for you. I just wanted to get to catch up, and I know that you just talked about, what would you say, but if you have any final words of encouragement, any thing that you think that will be beneficial for the autism community before we go.
um, try not to stress out so much. And I say that with all honesty because I stress out a lot. So I know you
Hmm.
can't tell, but I stress out a lot. So try not to stress out a lot.
Hmm.
Um, try to have some me time. That's one thing that if I could do over, yeah, that is one thing. If I could do over, I would have more. I would try to focus on me time a lot. Because I don't think I put enough time into me when they were younger. So focus on like having breaks because you
Hmm.
need a break. So
Yeah.
if you have a group of friends around you and y'all can go places with
Hmm.
them. But I used to always turn my friends down.
Right.
Like my homegirl that she's moved now and I miss her so much and she lives in Texas. She used to always ask, "You want to go on a cruise? You want to go?" I'm like, "Nah."
Hmm. Hmm.
I just we like don't go. So they
Right.
start asking me to go places.
So then she gonna say
Yeah,
no.
but now I'll be wanting to go places, but I don't have nobody to go with.
Right.
So it's like
Well, I
I
don't
just
do
come
no.
home, play my video game
I don't
then.
do no. Hey, I don't do. We can go shopping or something. I don't do no
I don't do
horse.
no shopping, babe.
See,
You trying
Devon,
to
look
spend
at
my
you.
money. Look.
You trying to get me on that boat? I ain't doing that with
Hey,
you.
hey, we could go do I don't know, rock climbing or something like that. Ain't go no
Yeah,
spending no money. She talking about go shopping. I'll go go
trying to do all the boyish stuff. Okay,
Hey,
well,
we can go skating.
oh
I
yeah,
got
okay, I do the
skates.
skating. Okay, I like the skating thing. We can do the
So
skating. Yeah, we can do. We
yeah,
can.
we can go paintballing. I like guns.
I'm gonna be all shot up. Okay, that's
Hey,
just know that.
yeah, I like that kind of stuff. So
Oh my goodness. Okay, so self care, making sure you have self care. I
mhm,
definitely agree with that because sometimes we can get overwhelmed,
yeah,
and then there was times when I felt like nobody will understand, nobody cares, and you get into this mode like, okay,
yeah.
overwhelmed. Yeah. So
And that's something that never goes away, to be honest. So
I tell them all the time, like you go through the stages of grief, but then it doesn't go away.
mhm,
Sometimes it circle back, and then you
right.
go through it again and again and again and again. So yeah. So, but I think sometimes you get a little bit stronger on dealing with it when
Yeah.
we go back at instead of like really falling apart. But
Like you get stronger on dealing with it, and I would say, at least for me, I get better at hiding it. So you ever heard functioning in depression?
yes,
I
yep,
do
yep.
that a lot.
Hmm.
So, I'll be smiling or whatever, but
Yeah,
it's
but on the
yeah.
inside, you was like, oh.
Yeah, and I go to therapy like
Mhm.
once every 3 months.
Okay.
So, so
Do
I
you
know
suggest
that.
that?
Huh?
Do you suggest parents, seek
I
therapy
do.
if they're not prepared? Okay.
I do. Uh whether you single or married, I suggest like if me and Will was still married, we should have went to counseling.
Hmm.
Especially once we understood what was going on. That would have probably helped our marriage more than anything, but we
Oh,
tried to handle it on our own. And
right.
that hurts a lot of people trying to handle like if
Yes.
you've never been in those shoes,
Hmm.
it's hard to handle something you don't truly understand, right?
Okay.
And then you have all these emotions and feel like communication problems and all this other kind of stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah.
like go to get some type of counseling. I don't care whether it's like counseling from a doctor or counseling from a trusted pastor, but something needs to be done to where you can express yourself without judgment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of you sitting in your house dealing with it and just sinking
Yeah.
in that dark space, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You mentioned pastors. Do you think? I'm sorry, y'all. Mr. Cato down there celebrating. Do you think having some type of faith or spirituality is helpful?
It depends if you understand it,
Okay.
right? So I'm raised in a Pentecostal church.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um
Mm-hmm.
and my church, we had a lot of special needs people in there. One of the well, two of the church women in there, they worked at a special needs home, so they used to bring those people to church all the time, and they used to pray for them and things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're a part of a church community that understands,
Right.
right, not trying to tell you, oh, we're gonna pray it up out
You
them,
prayed
like,
away. Yeah. Yes,
you know,
indeed.
that right there
Right. Right.
will have you on edge, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
because at the same time, you're taught that God makes all humans, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you're telling me that because my kids have special needs, something is wrong with that, like they're bad, like something is bad, and now I have to pray it away, right?
Exactly. Right.
So yeah, I believe faith is good, but it depends on who it's coming from,
That's a good point.
right? Because
That's a.
my church family never made me feel
Mm-hmm.
embarrassed or my
Mm-hmm.
kids embarrassed. Like one of their godparents is my best friends, which is my late pastor's daughter. Her name was Vaughn, and my name Javon. So
Mm-hmm.
like they never my kid, like we go to church now. My kids are very welcoming there. They don't look at them crazy. It's not. You don't feel like people looking at you or staring at you. So yeah, you
Yeah.
just gotta find a place where it's just real.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So that is it. Thank you so much for coming and enduring my questions.
No problem.
Oh, speaking of, do you have any special plans for the summer for the kids? Oh, you haven't thought of anything yet.
Um, I'm gonna be working for sure.
Right.
Now if their dad wants to come get them, they'll probably
Mm-hmm.
be there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Mira wants to, focus on her driving, so that's gonna be a focus. But other than that, if they don't go anywhere they'll be going to their day hab.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
and then we might do something, maybe go to New Orleans or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
uh, out in town, something like that.
Child, I got. I think on the 16th, me and Mr. Caleb going to this arcade place. Child, Lord Jesus,
Where in
in New
New
Orleans.
Orleans?
Yeah,
Dave and Buster's?
I think that's what it's called.
Oh, I love Dave and Buster's, man.
I
But I don't take Dave and Buster's is my place. I don't take nobody there.
never been. So we're gonna be in the city this
Mhm.
when is it? Yeah, May 15th, 16th, 17th. So yeah, we're gonna be in the city. So I'm gonna take him there, and I might take him to the zoo or something, depending on if it doesn't rain or something like that. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But Dave and Buster is on the menu for Saturday.
My kids have never been to Dave and Buster's with me and they will never go. That's my place. It's my place
Don't be selfish,
because
Javon.
no. So when I was living in Texas, Texas had Dave and Buster's right in Houston. I used to go a lot. And
Uh-huh.
I'll go with my friends and we'll drink and play games. I can't drink and play games while you're there. So that's why. So there's certain places that are just for me and certain
Oh,
places that are just for you. So
oh, okay, okay, all right, yeah, okay.
so
Oh,
yeah.
Lord have mercy. So shouts out to everybody that tuned in, everybody that supported the channel on today, and shouts out to Javon coming in and speaking on kids growing up to being adults.
Yes.
And it can be a transition for some of us, to see them like you used to be a little bean and now you towering over me. So
Sure. I love it because they clean up their kitchen, they do
right,
they
yeah, of course, yeah. You got to
Hey,
get to do
I don't,
more.
I don't have to do as much stuff as I had to do when they were
Right.
smaller.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I love it. Hey, you grown? Good. Wash these dishes.
Yeah. Hey, when Mr. Cater said he said he told me he's a man. I said, okay.
Raymond told me that
You a
one
man?
time. Look, look, he was lying about something. I said, Raymond, I said, men don't lie. I said they tell the truth and stand on it. And
Mhm.
when I told him that, he was like, okay, I'm not a man then.
He don't want to be no man. No, wait a minute.
Look, he didn't want the responsibility then. I was like, why you lying? I said if because he had like a bunch of trash or something underneath his bed. I
Mhm.
said, Raymond, why you put all that stuff in there? I didn't do that. Like, who did? It's your room.
That's too funny. That's too funny. Oh my goodness. So, I mean, you know, they I like with Mr. Caleb, I can see the growth and maturity in him in different ways.
Mhm.
So it is exciting and scary at the same time to see them grow from the little bean to a tree.
Yes.
To a tree.
Yes. And our kids, well, our sons are definitely tall.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
Nala,
Tall,
she,
tall and strong, Lord Jesus.
yeah,
Yeah,
Nala, she the little one, but
yeah,
my
yeah.
youngest daughter and
Mhm.
Raymond,
Yeah.
they, I think they might be taller than their daddy right now,
Oh
and
wow.
he's 6'1".
What? Oh, so they tall. Woo
Yeah,
wee.
they tall.
See, they just
They taller than me.
Oh,
And
and
I
tell.
tell them, don't let it fool you. I'll get down with you. Can't tell you is.
Hey, I'll get that broomstick. Okay, I mean I can't reach it, but you know. All right. Thank you, everybody that had tuned in, and everyone that's going to watch the replay. Make sure y'all leave unencouraging words in the comments. And we're about to get up out of here because it be hot in this office because it's like 13 computers running at the same time. I forgot to turn them off, and I'm about to start sweating up here. So, Javon, I will see you on. You know, we'll talk.
We
I'll talk
will.
to you later, girl.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Everybody.
I'm a